Patty? What is the matter with you? Oh. Don't ever sneak up on me like that again. Sneak up on you? Patty, what are you so nervous about? Well, you'd be nervous, too, if you were the only witness to a hit-and-run accident. You saw a hit-and-run accident? When? Just now. I was passing by McDonald's Market, and this big car came crashing around the corner, skidded up on the curb, and then ran into the front of the store window and just kept on going. It was terrible. Did you get a look at the driver's face? Did I? Yes, and just a little mustache. And he wore a raincoat and a big floppy gangster hat. And he had his ma with him, a big tough-looking woman. 10 to 1 they were escaping from a big bank robbery. What did the police say? The police? When you reported the accident. Reported it? Kathy, are you out of your mind? Do you want me to wind up in a sack of cement on the bottom of the East River? I'm not going to get involved in this. Patty, you are involved. It's your duty to tell the police what you saw. That's my second duty. My first duty is to stay alive. Look, Kathy, I know how these gangsters operate. The first thing they do is rub out the witness. I'm too young to be rubbed out. All I have to do is keep quiet. Nobody saw me. And if I keep my mouth shut, there's no way they can find out that I saw them, or that I was even at the scene of the crime. What are you looking for? You know that gold bracelet I got for Christmas? The one with my initials on it? Yes. I think I lost it at the scene of the crime.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Isn't Patty gonna have any lunch?
She says she's not hungry.
She all right?
With Patty, how can you tell? She sure seems nervous. I came up behind her this morning and said good morning, and she jumped 10 feet.
Who's that? Well, there's only one way to find out. Right. Open the window and ask them.
Patty, will you see who's at the front door, please?
Me? Do you want me to get it? No. No, you better stay out of this. I'll go. Say goodbye to my folks for me. Mr. McDonald.
Good morning, Patty.
Good morning.
I found your bracelet in front of my store, so I thought I'd drop by and return it to you.
Not my bracelet.
It's got your initials on it. P.L.
Well, there are a lot of PLs in the world that belong to Prudence Lewis or Paula Lomax or Penelope Lufthaven. I haven't been near... your store, Mr. McDonald, so I couldn't have dropped my bracelet there.
Good morning, Mr. McDonald.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Lane. Mr. Lane,
Mr. McDonald?
excuse me for barging in like this, but I found this bracelet and I
Where's
thought...
Patty's bracelet?
What do you know?
Oh, where did you find it, Mr. McDonald?
In front of my store.
Well, it was very nice of you to bring it over here.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea what you've done for me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
We were just having some coffee. Won't you join us?
Thanks, but I've got to get over to the hospital to see my daughter.
What happened to her?
A 9-pound baby. She had it just this morning.
Well, congratulations, Mr. McDonald.
She barely made the hospital in time. My idiot son-in-law was coming by the store to pick me up, and he was so nervous he skidded the car right into the store window. My daughter almost had the baby right there, but he kept going on right to the hospital.
Is she all right now?
Oh, fine. Everything's fine. Well, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it was very nice of him.
Yes, he's a nice man. You know, it's odd that Patty didn't mention losing her bracelet.
Yeah. She didn't even recognize it when she saw it.
Who is it? Kathy. Yeah? Let me hear your voice again. Patty, will you open this door? Just a minute. What do you think you're doing? I'm in hiding. Patty, no one is after you, and no one is trying to hurt you. All you have to do is tell the truth. Look, I've got a great idea. Since you're so brave, why don't you go down and tell them that you're me and you saw the whole thing and you're not... You'll go?
Yeah.
Kathy, promise me something? Of course. If anything happens to me, marry Richard. I couldn't stand it if Sue Ellen got him. Hattie, nothing is going to happen to you. There may be a little publicity, but it won't last long. It'll all be over in no time. Now, I was supposed to meet Eddie at the library, but I'll have Ross tell him I see him later. Then I'll go with you to find Officer Melnick, and after you've told him what you've seen, then we can meet Eddie and Richard and go to the shake shop, or perhaps go to a movie. Publicity? Well, yes, the papers may pick up the story. You mean like, fearless teenager defies killer? Patty, you don't know that he's a killer. Ha! You didn't see his face, that sneaky little mustache, those black beady eyes. I'll be all over the front pages. I'm a natural-born heroine. You're a natural-born nut. Patty, this is merely a case of a hit-and-run accident where the front of a market was damaged. It is not going to make international headlines. No? Wait till they catch the mob behind it who robbed the bank and then wounded a bank guard in a running gun battle. You did see the driver's face. Would I make up a thing like that? No, I suppose not. Let's go. I don't want to miss the late edition. Who is it?
It's me, Richard.
Yeah? Do you have any identification? Patty, for heaven's sake. Well, I can't be too careful.
What do I need identification for? Is this some new game?
You'll read all about it in the newspapers, Richard. Gee, I wonder if I have time to have my hair done.
What for?
Because my picture is probably going to be on the front pages tonight. They're here. They're after me. Tell them I'm not home. I ran away and was killed in a train wreck.
There she goes, off into orbit again. What's the matter with her this time?
Oh, just a little too much imagination, Richard. Excuse me.
Hello. I'm making a survey of the neighborhood. How many teenagers live in this house?
Just me. Patty ran away and was killed in a train wreck. Goodbye. Patty was telling the truth. She is in danger.
In danger?
Patty! Patty! Patty?
What are you doing there?
Acting like a gleep, I guess. You're right, Kathy. I'm the mountain out of the molehill type. Somebody has a simple little accident and I turn it into gangsters and bank robbers. Patty, the man at the door wore a raincoat and had a little mustache. He's gone now. Yeah, but he'll be back. They never give up.
What did you do?
I saw an accident. It was a hit and run. Patty was the only witness.
Well, you can't spend the rest of your life behind the drapes.
If I go down there and testify, I'm in big trouble. I don't want to be a teenage heroine.
I think she's right.
I'll do whatever you think, Kath. Oh, Patty, I don't want to take that responsibility. I think you should talk to your father and see what he has to say. I know what he'll have to say. He'll make me go. He's all ethics. And if he says go, I'm dead. Well, perhaps we could ask his advice without telling him who is involved. Yeah. I could say to him, real casual like, Papa, what can they do to a witness who sees an accident and won't testify?
Well, it all depends, Patty. No one can force anyone to admit that he or she... that he saw something that happened. But on the other hand, there is a moral obligation involved. People have a responsibility toward one another.
Did someone you know see something happen?
Oh, kind of. It was a hit-and-run accident.
Well, then he has a duty to come forward and tell about it. What kind of a person is he?
Coward.
That sounds like Richard.
It isn't Richard.
Well, whoever he is, he's going to have to live with himself.
Oh, he doesn't mind that. As long as he lives.
Remember the Moorhead case? That little old lady who witnessed a holdup in a candy shop?
No. What happened to her?
She testified, and the next day they fished her out of the river.
Oh. Mom? Do you think I could go visit Aunt Pauline in Denver? Patty, you have to tell your mother and father what is going on. I can't. I'd be putting them in danger. This is my problem, and I've got to solve it alone. No, you don't. What do you mean? Do you know what you suggested before about my pretending that I'm you and going down there? Yeah. I'll do it. Kathy, you're one of the greats. Thanks, but I can't let you do that. Don't you worry about me. The mob has never been up against Patty Lane before. That's him. He did it. That's the man. He did it.
Objection, Your Honor. My client, known as the killer, is innocent. I would like to cross-examine the witness. Proceed. Miss Lane, you say that you saw the defendant crash into Mr. McDonald's market and then make his escape?
Yes, sir, I certainly did.
Do you realize how dangerous it is to identify one of the mob?
I'm exceptionally brave.
There's still time to back out. You could visit your Aunt Pauline in Denver.
No, sir. It is my duty as a citizen to go through with this.
What if they gave you a new white evening dress with matching bag?
I'll not be bribed.
She's the most fearless witness we've ever had in this courtroom. I want a front-page story written about her.
That won't be necessary. Second page will do.
Miss Lane, if my client was behind the wheel of a car and you were on the other side of the street, how can you be sure that it was the same man? Your Honor, there are thousands of men with mustaches. I move the charges be dismissed.
That's true. The state has no case. I have no choice but to dismiss the charges and let justice be made a hollow mockery of.
Wait! I did not identify the killer by his mustache.
How did you identify him?
By the mole on his right wrist. Honor, I have 20/20 eyesight.
This court finds him guilty. And Miss Lane, the country owes you a debt of thanks.
Thank you, Let this be a lesson to the mob. You? Thank you. Thank you. Read all about it in the newspaper. It's a touching story of a natural-born heroine.
Hi, Patty.
I'm incognito.
I went by the market.
Yeah? A lot of detectives swarming around?
I didn't see any.
Oh, please playing it cool.
I found a story about a bank robbery.
Yeah? Where?
In the Chronicle.
No, where did it happen?
On Hastings Street.
That's right near the market. I knew it.
According to the story, the robber escaped on foot. Oh, where are you going?
Home to get under the covers. Oh, hi, Mama. Papa.
Hello, dear.
Papa, I need police protection.
Police protection?
The mob is after me.
The mob? Well, I mean, what do you mean? The one of the fraternities at school or something?
No, the mob. M-O-B. Gangsters.
Darling, I think you'd better start at the beginning.
Okay. You know that friend I told you about who witnessed the accident?
Yeah.
That was no friend. That was me.
Patty, what was it you saw?
The bank robber who crashed into McDonald's market.
Patty, what makes you think he was a bank robber?
Well, there was a big bank robbery that day, and then this car came crashing around the corner and banged into McDonald's window and then just took off. Now, what reason would any honest citizen have for leaving the scene of an accident?
I can think of one.
Patty, was there a woman in the car with him?
Yeah. His ma.
Well, that cleans up a lot of things.
To tell you the truth, I was kind of scared at first. But since I am the only witness, I figure I should testify. But I am kind of young, and I think I should have some kind of protection.
Honey, why didn't you come to us about this?
Well, I thought if I told you, they'd go after you, and I didn't want anybody to hurt you.
You were protecting us.
Yeah.
Oh, Patty. Listen, you don't have anything to worry about. Let me explain. The man who ran into the front of the store was Mr. McDonald's son-in-law. His wife was going to have a baby. That's why he was in such a hurry to leave the scene of the accident. He had to get her to the hospital.
He wasn't a bank robber.
No.
And all this time I've been brave for nothing.
I don't think bravery's ever really wasted. One day it'll come in handy.
I feel like an idiot.
Aw.
I'll get it. As long as I've come out of hiding.
Martin, she was worrying about us.
Yeah. You know what I can't get used to about teenagers? Just when you're ready to give up and write them all off, they come up with something so wonderful that it makes you feel about that small.
Hi, Rich.
Don't stand there in front of the door like that. They might see you.
Oh, I'm not afraid of them.
You're not?
No, they're only a mob. What can they do to me?
Gee, Patty, you're almost as brave as I am. You sure you want to go through with this?
I wouldn't let anything in the world stop me.
And you're not afraid of the danger?
Richard, I thrive on danger.
You sure have hidden depths. For a girl, you're quite a girl.
Thank you, Richard.
Well, I guess with your help, the police will be able to solve that bank robbery. And who knows? It could lead to cleaning up a lot of other crimes. There might even be a big reward in this.
Well, the only reward I want is knowing that I've done my duty. Oh, excuse me.
It might be safe. Oh, why don't you let me get it?
Richard, if they're coming for me, they're coming for me. Relax. Hello?
Hello. Are you Patty Lane?
Yeah.
I'm Detective Don Anderson. May I come in?
Sure.
Thank you.
Right this way.
Thanks.
Oh, this is Richard Harrison. Detective Anderson.
You people don't lose any time, do you?
What can I do for you, Detective?
Well, I'm checking out a rumor that you might have seen an accident in the neighborhood.
And don't say anything that might prove fatal, Patty.
It's all right. You mean the McDonald case?
That's right.
Oh, won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Yes, I saw the whole thing. I was just saying to Mr. Harrison, what good is a witness unless he testifies? Wasn't I, Mr. Harrison?
Yeah, that's what Miss Lane was saying.
At the time the car hit the store, did you happen to notice a man walk past with a paper sack under his arm?
Yeah. I remember thinking that the car was going to hit him if he didn't get out of the way. Poor man, he must have been pretty scared. He ran like a rabbit.
Would you be able to identify him if you saw him again?
Yeah, I think so. He was a little man, with kind of a round face and a funny chin. Why?
That's the man who held up the Brooklyn Heights Bank.
You sure are lucky to have her for a witness. You've never seen such bravery. I mean, no mob is gonna scare her off. No, sir.
Isn't it wonderful that they caught the bank robber?
Kathy, read that part about me again. Patty, I've read it 4 times. I like to hear it. It isn't often you get to bask in the limelight. All right. Police say that the apprehension of the suspect was aided by an unidentified teenager who witnessed his flight. That's the part.
They don't even say whether you were a boy or a girl.
We know I'm a girl.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Rich.
Did you see the paper? You're famous.
Oh, it was nothing. It's just what any other brave American girl would have done.
Then how come it took a squad of police to drag you out from behind those drapes?
Ross, you should be very proud of your sister.
There wasn't even a reward.
There was, as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks, Papa.
Your mother and I would like to sponsor a night on the town for you and Richard. Dinner and a movie and,
Do you hear that?
I have no pride. I'll take it.
Don't you say that.
Gee, I'd better start spending more time hanging around banks.
You better spend more time hanging around books.
Well, I think we'd better be going or we'll be late. Yeah.
Patty, since when do you need glasses?
I didn't know you were having trouble with your eyes.
I sure am. They're too good. With these on, I can only see what's right in front of my nose. Hi, Richard.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square.
But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike,
they walk alike,
at times they even talk alike.